Hey, hey! Guildmaster Kent here. When last we were together, we did monster fighting. So, today, I'm going to look at heroes. Uh, what hero is best for what, and what hero is best to have for what you need, and different alliances and stuff like that. So, um, let's have a look. Now, there are two ways, three ways you can get heroes in the lands. Okay, land of earth, land of fire, and stuff like that. Then you can get chest rolls. Now, the land of earth or the land generals, you don't have a choice with them. Okay, that's the one in that land, and you have to use that. It's so much better now because you don't have to use the right general for the right different stuff and things like this. So it's really a good thing. I like that because it used to be you used to have to use the right general to attack in this area and that area. I mean, I like it better now, so it's so much better because as long as you have the general in a lot your staff or in your generals, it's better. Uh, let's talk about uh, chest generals. Some of them are good, some of them are not. Um, the one that I would, you know, recommend if you're going to try for any in the chest, I would do that after you have your alliances and stuff like this in the basic. But for me, um, I have Malakas or whatever his name is. I'll tell you later. But for me, he only does half. Maleficus is the name that I'm looking for. He is a favor general, and he, he's good for monsters, but he's only three times the amount. What I think is worth the effort are two in the alpha chest, okay, that I found. Okay, and I've been playing since 2008, so I've been doing this for a long time. The two best that I find in the chests are Orc King for Monster Hunter because at level 50, or sorry, less than that, but my Orc King is at level 50, and I'm getting 2,000 per hit. Or sorry, 2 million per hit. So I can usually do a mid to high level monster on my own with my Orc King. The other one I recommend is the Stone Giant. He has really good defensive status on him very well. And the other one is Carwell. And I'm not sure what, I'm just looking here. Give me a second and I'll see if I can find her. She's in one of the chests, and there's a certain one I'm looking for. And she's really good as a master general. Endor is good too. He's good for defense. He's okay. He's an alright general. He hasn't got a lot of high stats, but yeah, here he is. Here she is. Kawe. Cohen. It's an Indian name, or a native name, if you prefer, and she is in the Reckoning chest, and she has extremely high stats as a cleric. Uh, you get a chance to get her, I recommend you get her. And the other one next to her is Korama. Okay, she's another good one that is a good general to get. That's the best ones that I found in the the chest that I've found over the years. Now, Butcher's okay, but yeah, he's a new general. Yeah, he's got some high stats, but see, he's a damage one, so he does more damage. So if you want to do more damage, then you want him. The Ramel, I'm just looking at the new generals right now. He's okay, but physical piercing is okay, but you can also get stuff in the forging to do that as well. Now, Guinevere, okay, she is cool. I've gone up against her many times, and she is as strong, if not stronger, than Catherine. Okay. Now, as far as a general to start with, what you want to start with, I wouldn't even worry about it. Just use normal generals. Use Darius and the smaller generals until you get higher up. Like level 80 opens up Shannon. Okay, he's a cleric, and once you get to level 80, I would start buying generals. And Katan, he's a native again, and he's pretty good. He's a good warrior, and he's fairly nice. I have him on one of mine. Farius, yeah, I don't see him any good at all. He's only got player attack. This is not really anything that you really need. Okay, as I said, I'd start buying generals when you're at level 80. Now, when you get to level 80, Shannon is open. Now, he's a cleric, and that's what I recommend you be until you're 150 and above. Okay, get your cleric up and get that cleric up in the monsters as quick as you can. Okay, because that's the first one that I work on, and then I work on warrior on the monsters. Now, as far as Orban, okay, he's not too bad. I think is a level 150 or something like that. He opens up. Saran, he's okay for a monster hunter for the beginners, but as I said, Malvis is really good. Now, Daphne is a really good defense general. Okay, so, but as I said, the Stone Giant is better than her. He has high stats at higher levels. Now, as you get up there, you get Siron. Now, she's a good for confuse attack, and then Shevrak, he's good for fortification or fortifying. Well, fortifying is good, but it's only good in missed battles. Okay, now the warrior that I recommend if you're going to be a warrior is Mecha. Okay, and he's really good because warrior power confidence does more damage. So the higher your confidence is, the better you're going to get. And for a rogue warrior, I would recommend Desera. Okay, and later on, you will have where'd he go? Uh, I'm looking for one. Uh, where'd he go? I don't see him right off. But he does poison. And I just don't see him right now. Uh, oh, there he is. Anthrax. Okay, he's good for poison attack in guild battles. He's okay as a rogue because he does good on poison damage. So as far as a mage, the first one you're going to get is Alexandra. Much before that, I wouldn't even worry about it. But Alexander is a good mage general. And then later on, you get her counterpart, which is Muse. Now, if you have Senan, then the other one you want to get is Dawn. Now, Dawn is an awesome cleric. Okay, she's an awesome healer. It doesn't even say her stats, but I have her on mine, and I'm looking at her stats right now. If the computer will hurry up and see. 8 plus 18 to heal cleric passive ability, plus 17 to base massive point 50% damage deflected back at the opponent. So that's what she is at level 12. Okay. Now, if at 250, I think it is, Catherine opens, but before her, there's another general that opens, and he is a balance general, so he will be good for all of your generals, and most of them. And just going back to him, and I recommend that you get him before you get Catherine, because she is a defensive general. Catherine is, and this one, where he go, where he go, where he go, where he go, there he is, Venathon. Okay, he has the same as Catherine, because Catherine has grants physical resistance ability, and he does as well. Venathon grants physical resistance ability, so he is a balanced general. So that's the generals that I have. Now, as far as alliances, it is important that you get your alliances as quick as you can. Now, rule of thumb is you want to get the best general to best match up with the right one. Okay, and Sarah is an aggressive general, as is Daenerys. You get Daenerys in the guild. Where you buy your powers, guild shop, sorry. And she's really good to have for battles at one-on-one. Now, for her, she's the best general that I have, and right now I don't use her a lot, but she's not matched up with the right generals, because I don't have the right generals for her. So I recommend that you match generals with the general that best sets her off. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do Daenerys' link right now. She was at 41. I'm matching her with Savra, and he is a monster general. Uh, her balance is 41, and with him in the balance, holy smoke, she's at 75. And the other one that is Damaris, okay, now he's in a chest, okay, and I'm matching him up with her, and because he is a rogue match, and so Daenerys' stance now is 83. So she's the highest general I have. So you take Daphne, okay? The way I have her set up is very simple. And I have her set up with one of the first generals you get is Celeste, and she is a balanced general, and get her up as quick as you can, because the higher her stats, the better you get in defense. And Daenerys is a defensive general, okay, and the way I have her set up is I'm going to set her up now because she's not set up. I just have her in because I didn't have the generals I have now. So her stance is at 31. So you want to set her with a defensive general. I'm setting her with Dawn, and that puts her stance up to 46. And she now has heal ability on her. And the other one I'm setting her up with is Catherine, because Catherine is a defensive general as well, and that gives Daenerys, or Danelle, physical resistance. Now her stance is at 64. So that's the way you want to set them up. That find the right balance for the right one. That's what you got to do, and the higher the stance, the better it is. And the other general I recommend that you try and get, okay, it's a real pain to get him, and it takes a long time to get in, is two of them. Vincent is a vampire, and when he's hit, he heals. And as he hits, he heals. So he has healing ability as he hits. So you need to understand that. And the other one I think is worth getting is Kira. Okay, now Kira is a balanced general. Okay, so that's a blue orb beside her. So, and the way I have her set up is very simple. So let us look at her. Give you a couple of examples here, and I'll give you defensive and aggressive. See, I have her set up with Celeste, and see her stats, her stance is at 52. Okay, now she's a warrior. Okay, so she is a warrior princess, and I use her as a warrior. See, I put her on with Celeste, who has plus 223 defense when attacked, and plus 24 to player defense. So, and then I have her on with Sophia, which is not going to stay because, oh no, I don't have him yet. Okay. Later on, she'll be on with Vanathan. Okay, and Kira will have physical ability too. So the way I set up Vincent is I'm going to set him up with Celeste as well, because he only has a stance of 4 right now. So, and I'm going to set him up with Celeste and Sophia for now. And when I get Vanathon, I'll give him physical resistance. So his stance was at 4. It's now up to 40. And then with Sophia, where did you go? I can't find Sophia. Oh, Kira is a defensive general, so plus 32 attacked when defending. So she's a defense general, but she's a balance. That doesn't make sense. No, oh well, it doesn't matter. That's just the capability that she has. So the way that I set Vincent up was at 48. His stance is 48. So that's a little bit on how to set your generals up and the way to set them up. That's what I recommend. To each their own. You know, when you're setting up your generals, you mostly have to set them up the way you want, how you fight them and how you take them. I recommend that by level 12 in your guild that you have at least 1,000 hit points or health points, and your attack and your defense should be in the 500, 600, 700 range by then. It's recommended if you want to make a general on different generals stand for different things. I mean, you have to look at them. I went over a few of them, but as I said, it all depends on the person and how they want it, and how you want to set it up. So we will see you again.